Drew, I think it's time to rank the Scream movies.
Yeah, number 7.
I wonder what that could
Probably,
be.
yeah, probably no surprise. Hopefully, this is an unusual misstep. Scream 7, the newest, it's the worst one. It's just bland.
Sadly.
It doesn't feel like the TLC went into it that we expect from these movies. It's just disappointing to see them actually do the "Is Stu alive?" story
Yep.
with the ideas that they build on here. I'm going to say this. One or two more movies like this, and I'm going to turn into Richie Kirsch.
Okay. So we gotta make sure that doesn't happen.
Number 6, Scream 6. This one is frustrating because I think it stages some really great kills. It freshens up the format just a little bit. I really like the idea of the Ghostface shrine, the museum thing.
Yeah.
The whole thing kind of just collapses with the Ghostface reveal because it's just kind of a rip of what Scream 2 did. And I have to knock them for not taking big swings by killing any of the major characters. Problems aside with this movie, and I have quite a few, I still like Scream 6 quite a bit. Number 5, this is where I'm going to put Scream 3. I actually think this one is creeping into underrated territory. When I watched this a few days ago again, I had so much fun with Parker Posey. She's hysterical. She makes a great duo with Courtney Cox. I think there's some genuinely really clever ideas in this movie. And the Roman Bridger thing, it's revisionist history, but I kind of like it. Like, it grows on me a little bit more every time, even though I'm not idea of establishing a story and then in later movies or seasons of a series, altering it to fit whatever you're wanting to put in there. I still think this one is underrated. And this was my least favorite for a long time. Rewatching this, it climbed up over Scream 6. I think even over time, this could get a little bit higher. Number 4, Scream 2. For a long time, this was my second favorite of the franchise. I still really like it. It extends some of the kill sequences beyond what the first one did. It lets them breathe a little bit. But that final act, something about it, it just kind of teeters a bit for me compared to the movies that I have above it. Number 3, so I got my top 3 here, Scream 4. This one holds a special place in my heart because I grew up watching those first 3 Scream movies, but this is the first one that I saw in theaters. And it had been a minute since they had done one of these, so the excitement for this one was really high. I really like the cast of characters, and I like the motivation of the killers. I think in a few ways, this is ahead of its time. But this one, really fun. Final Wes Craven, too. And I think he goes out with a banger. So, my number 2, Scream 2022. I just think this one, like Scream 6, is really well made. They found a way to bring the legacy characters in, but they also have a really great cast of new characters. One of my favorite things about this is Richie as the villain. His motivations for why he's doing what he's doing, they found something that is current in our society with how fans become obsessive or toxic or controlling of an IP. And I like that they found a fun way to incorporate that into a Scream movie. And then Jack Quaid, he just sells it. He's really entertaining.
So good.
And they do flesh that out in Scream 6, which I have an issue with. But I also think what they do in Scream 6 makes what Richie's doing in Scream 5 even better. I love this one so much. Really, really well made. No surprise at number 1, OG is and always will be the greatest. It's lightning in a bottle. I watch this one multiple times a year, and it truly is something that never gets old. There's no way in hell they're ever going to top this, but that's okay, man. The OG's the best.
So I will say, again, starting at the bottom as you did, my number 7 is 7. The more I think about this movie, the more angry I get, as in upset about how I was willing to give it a pass. I was trying to give it the benefit of the doubt and see past its flaws, and there are many. By the end of the day, and again, after thinking about it, I just can't. And I'm upset at myself for even trying.
Don't be upset at yourself. We like this franchise. It's okay
That's
to
true.
want to find things in it that we like.
That's true. And again, that's where I do say, and I contend to the fact that I find things that I do appreciate in this. Number 6 is also Scream 6. This, I think, really falls on its face at the very end. I do love, again, the whole shrine, this idea that we are getting this buildup that Radio Silence has established and started building upon in the 5th film. However, there is something almost sacrilegious about Ghostface picking up a shotgun and firing it away. So number 5 has to go to Scream 3.
We're the same across.
Yeah, it's funny until this point, and it will change. I was worried that we would end up having an identical list. However, so this one I had returned to this, and it was before watching Scream 7. I did not tell you this, but it was funny because I remember liking this on rewatch. I'm like, I really don't like a lot of parts of this, about this, and especially the ending. I get there's only so much you can do. Just on rewatch, not a fan. Number 4, I've actually got to go Scream 5. The Radio Silence for me did a great job. This is a solid movie and a solid attempt to give us something new. It just wasn't new enough, I feel. Yes, it looks slick and it gives us new characters. It gives us something to latch onto, and I really dig. It's an ode to the OG movie, but just dial it up to an 11. And they got close, and it was a great ode. I was just wanting more. This may end up changing on rewatches, though, because number 3, it's Scream 4. This is one of those where I remember, just as you, this would have been my first time watching a Scream movie in the theaters. I did not go see it in a theater because I had written it off as being almost a parody of itself. But this is a final Wes Craven, and this is truly, I feel, not an underrated Scream movie, but I'll say an underrated horror movie because I just really dig a lot about it. Number 2 is the second film. This to me is almost like Halloween 2 or H2, the follow-up to Halloween. Same with this. This continues in a way that it gives us something that is close to the OG, but not quite. On rewatches, I enjoy this quite a bit, but I feel like this could slip over time, and there's a possibility 5 could end up raising even more and doing some reshuffling. But, of course, number 1 belongs to the OG, the master Scream, because it just did everything right. It was firing on all cylinders, and like you said, it was truly lightning in a bottle.